Hi, so today we're going to talk about adaptive learning and technology. What is adaptive learning? So let's talk about that. What is adaptive learning? Adaptive learning is custom learning experiences aimed to support unique needs of the learner as an individual. So we're aiming toward the individual, specifically their strengths and their weaknesses. And when we aim to teach the individuals, we aim to help the whole class, but just individually instead of as a whole. So the idea behind it, teach to the student and not to the class. So you're focusing one kid at a time. So how is that possible? Well, let's talk about it. You go to school and you're the only student in the class and there's one teacher just for you. How cool is that, right? So you could work on everything you're good at and master it, and then you could work on your weaknesses. But that's not reality in school, and we know that. So we have to figure this out. If we helped every child individually, we could help them overcome their largest struggles, and they could accomplish the greatest things. So how can this happen? We know that that's not real life, right? We have one teacher for every 30 kids. So we use adaptive technology, which helps turn disabilities into abilities, which is cool. So what is adaptive technology? Adaptive technology is technology that aims to emulate and support educators in their aim to make technology adaptive for the individual. So it's technology that helps each kid individually while supporting teacher and whole class instruction. There's two technically definitions of adaptive technology. The second being that we can take technology that's already in existence and adapt it to help individuals overcome their struggles or even disabilities. So either way, we're aiming for the individual and not the whole. So who makes this stuff, right? So smart. There's a lot of companies that have jumped on board this bandwagon. So here's a few. I'm not going to read all of them out, but I just wanted you to get an idea. So what is my focus? My focus is on Smart Sparrow, and I'll explain kind of why I chose them later. Their website says they specifically aim for pedagogical freedom, even in digital learning environments. And what does that mean? Well, we're going to talk about it. So Smart Sparrow as a company is award-winning, and they aim to handle technology through feedback and pathways. So they aim for student pathways and then feedback set within those pathways to help the student. They were begun by this guy, Dr. Jordan Name. He started his doctorate in physics and wanted to make physics adaptive. And so he started adaptive e-learning platform, and it has boomed from there into so much more than just physics. So here's a video which I really enjoy. We don't have time to watch it, but I did embed it into my Google Slides so that you can watch it on your own time. It's learning from Smart Sparrow, and it's brilliant. It's a brilliant video. So why did I choose Smart Sparrow, or why is Smart Sparrow so successful? Because Smart Sparrow believes that teachers know their students best. Teachers are the ones that get to work with these kids day in and day out. And so without the educator being involved, the point is moot, which I like. So what do? They give you a wide variety of activities that the student can do. And they follow these pathways through, and they focus not only on their actions, so if they get things right or wrong, but they also focus on their timing. So how long or how short they spend. And then they provide the appropriate feedback according, which is cool. So here's an example. If a student answers A, then they need more practice. So they get more practice problems and encouragement to try harder, or do you understand? If they click they don't understand, they're then taken to a lesson that will help them and supplement them in their understanding. If the student answers B, then they understand, and we move on to the next problem with good job feedback. So they're taken down a different pathway than their partner that chose A. So Smart Sparrow specifically takes teachers' ideas and turns them into adaptive technology. So the educator is involved first and foremost, and then the studio itself helps bring it to life. Another way that Smart Sparrow is great for educators is it's very data driven. So every technology they have provides feedback for the teacher. So this individual student reports and class reports so that the teacher can take those and turn them into whole class instruction later down the road. So what makes them different from all the other technology companies? One thing I love, and I mentioned it earlier, is that they're teacher driven. They raise money for teachers to be able to have this technology in their classrooms. They want teachers to help design ideas. They want educators at the core of everything they do. So how many people don't involve teachers? A lot. So that's one of the things that we know makes Smart Sparrow different. How do we know they rock? Well, ACT invested $7.5 million in them to not only help them, but for Smart Sparrow to help ACT move into more ed tech and less into just assessment. So do they win my vote? Absolutely, they win my vote 100% as Adaptive Technology Company of the Year.